Cool.
Picked a random time. Doobie doobie doo.
Random
Doobie
live stream.
doobie. It is just a random live stream. Oh, let me get a little let me have a little more fun with the background here. Hold on. So would you like random or would you like a tree? I took this picture, by the way. Would you like
nice.
this picture? Oh, I took that picture, by the way.
So many
would you
trees.
like
all
this
the trees.
picture? I took that picture too. These are all pictures I've taken except for the ones I've cut offline. I like that one because it's like manly. It's like it's a motorcycle tire is what that is. It's a rim on a motorcycle.
That's cool.
This guy had this
awesome.
badass fucking motorcycle. Of course, it was a Harley, but it wasn't that it was a Harley. He just had it like he chromed out everything he fucking could when he bought it. And he put these rims on it. And I saw him sitting there. I was like, hey, man. He's like, yeah. It was like first thing in the morning. We were about to do, we were practicing. I had to go to, in Ohio, you have to go to school for motorcycle safety, which a lot of states do now. So I was at motorcycle safety school and the whole place was really foggy. It was in Pennsylvania and there was just fog everywhere. And this guy pulls up and he was just kind of going through. We were right outside of a Harley Davidson shop. And so he went inside and he came back out. He went to ride by and I waved him down. He's like, what's up? And I was like, dude, that is a sick ass fucking bike. I need to check it out. He was like, yeah, come here and look. So he like shut it off, kicked down the kickstand, got up, let me look at it. We discussed it a little bit. And I was like, dude, can I get a picture with you next to it? And he was like, yeah, I don't know. You want a picture of me? I was like, yeah, it's your fucking bike, man. Brag, you know? So then I took a couple pictures of like his battery cover and all that shit and the side of the tank. And just took some, but this was my favorite one that came out. So I kept that one. Yeah, it's my story and I'm sticking to it. I know, right? I fucked up today, man. I barely even spoke. I've taken one hit of pot all day. What the fuck am I doing? This is a Sunday.
What are you doing with your Sunday?
I don't even know, man. I don't know what I'm doing myself. Let me change that. When I stream both. If I leave
I'm on your Twitch right now.
Cool. It's good. Yeah, literally, Yuhan. We just were like, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. Want to do a random? I was thinking about doing a random, and here we are. So
yeah, we're waiting for the shills to start. So go watch the shills when we're done here.
Yeah, I figure we'll talk for an hour, and then we'll all go raid the shills about 5 minutes or so after they start, once their videos and shit are done, and the intros are done. Ah, hello. CT, what up? I call you CT like the scan. Yeah.
I have my salted caramel Oreos for the audience to see. They're from Korea. I went to the Asian market and I found them.
Fuck you, dude. I'm on a diet. Lay off the fucking Oreos in my grill, you little scrawny bastard. I could just eat all this food. I'm so skinny.
If I'm going to go to a local family-owned shop, I'm going to buy something. If I walk
you have to,
store,
yeah.
So,
you don't want to just walk in and walk out, right?
Yeah, especially if it's like a food place and it's not anything like terribly expensive. Like, yeah, I can buy a pack of Oreos. I got some dumplings too.
Oh, did you? Nice. They have a lot of them around Columbus, Ohio. And I can't remember what I was looking for. I was looking for something that you can't find. It's really hard to find. And usually only the restaurants have it. It was like some kind of sauce or something, I think. So I was looking everywhere for it. So I stopped at a couple of them and I didn't see anything in there I wanted. So I just bought like some fucking basic popsicles. Yeah. Buy the most American thing you can find, Oreos. Good job, Ben.
Well, no, because I usually buy other stuff. But this is like the Korean flavors of Oreos. I can't find these at any other Asian market either. Like, this is the only place that I've seen these. So that's the only reason why I got them. Cat.
He's on my fucking refrigerator. He knows he's not allowed up there. Hey. Hello, sir. Sir. He's just sitting there like, you ain't got to do nothing. You're on a live stream. I can do whatever I want. You're not looking. As soon as I swear to God, as soon as he started talking, he jumped up there.
Yeah, always happens that way. Always.
He's a little shit. Yeah, he is. No, he's a cat. He's
we
just
love
a cat.
Cats.
He's a 2-year-old in fur. You know, that's all. That's all there is to it. So you were talking about the COVID ward and everything, and I was on TikTok, and now the CDC is dealing with ivermectin
Oh my God.
issues, or not the CDC, but the place down. I think it's in Georgia or something, or
Yeah.
Florida, whatever. Bunch of people taking fucking ivermectin. Well, I would like to discuss ivermectin with you and what it can do to your body.
I mean, yeah, there are lots of side effects and things, but my big question for the people that are supporting the use of ivermectin is how, like, what mechanism do they think it does for COVID? Because the mechanism for parasites, like, because we use ivermectin in humans, like, to treat strongyloides, like worms.
Yes, worms, parasites.
And the
It's for
mechanism
parasites.
by which it helps with parasites is it messes with your chloride channels, specifically with the worms' chloride channels, because you need certain electrolyte balance for like muscle function and like nervous system function. So you
Right.
mess with their chloride channels and you paralyze them so they can't like stay inside you. Like they die because they like it just messes with with the
And
worm.
I'm hoping because it's below your. Are you talking about like ringworm kind of worms, or what is it for?
Strongyloides
or?
specifically. It's a round. I'm pretty sure it's a round worm. Might be a. I don't think it's
Okay.
I don't remember strongyloides. I just know strongyloides is what it's. It's a thread worm.
That's right, Maya. Be random. The story goes like this. Ben, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm waiting for the shills. Oh shit, I missed the notification. How did I not know they were on? Oh, they moved it back 2 hours a day. My cat is licking out the damn bowl where I ate dinner right now. Fuck it. Some meat and some tomato sauce. I'll hurt him. And then I said, you want to do a random? And Ben said, I was just thinking of that. And then we debated about whose channel. Mine, yours, mine, yours, mine, yours, mine, yours.
It's a roundworm. I wanted to make sure I got that right because there are multiple types of worms you can have, but it's a roundworm. So I don't see by what mechanism it would have anything to do with COVID.
Right.
So, like, if someone wants to tell me that ivermectin works for COVID, they need to bring evidence to the table. They need to bring a mechanism to the table. Tell me how it would work. And then maybe I'd be convinced. But everyone that has said ivermectin works has not been able to provide a mechanism by which it would work. So I'm not convinced.
So let's discuss the side effects of ivermectin. Let's go to a MD type website here. Uses: curing roundworm infections in people with weakened defense immune systems. Okay, that's what it's used for. Now, side effects.
Lots of them.
There's lots of side effects. During the first 4 days of treatment, you can have joint pain, tender, swollen lymph nodes, eye swelling, redness and pain, weakness, vision changes, itching, rash, and fever. And then very serious allergic reaction, including rash, itching, swelling, especially the face, tongue, and throat. Not your neck, your throat. Severe dizziness and trouble breathing. Also, ivermectin also causes liver damage and some other nasty shit. Yeah, don't take fucking ivermectin, you idiots.
And here's something too. So I see a lot of people that are suggesting use of ivermectin as a way to say, we have this method to treat COVID, so you don't need the vaccine, right? Like a lot of people that are talking about ivermectin are against vaccination, correct?
Right.
Most people. So here's the problem. And I addressed this with you on the other stream. I addressed this when I called in to Skeptic Generation today, is that treatment of COVID, it's not a cure, it's management of complications. Because COVID it's self-limiting to an extent. Like if you have a good immune system, if you don't have complications, your body's going to clear it on its own. It's going to take a while, but it'll do it. So what we're doing in the hospital is making sure you don't die from complications. We're mitigating effects.
Right.
And it's dangerous. You're risking a lot in using any treatments, because we're going to give you an anticoagulant. We're going to give you oxygen. We're going to give you steroids, lots of things that it might help certain aspects of the illness, but it's not going to cure the illness. It's just, and it's going to mess up a lot of your equilibrium in your body. Like your homeostasis is going to get messed up. So like, we're essentially causing problems and then having to go and fix those other problems. It's not a clean process. It's very, very messy to manage COVID. So people saying that it's better to get COVID and be in the hospital with these and get treated with these meds, like that's so messy when you could just get a vaccine and not have any of it. Because we know, sure, there might be side effects with a vaccine that you can get, but the risk is so much smaller than the risk of you being hospitalized and having worse complications from being hospitalized. So
Right,
like it's
exactly.
just all around ridiculous argument.
Same, Ox. Same. We are all shadows. And then Maya and Jenna are just standing right there. It's a fact. Ivermectin works by killing the host. Well,
Yeah.
it goes after the parasites, but still, COVID, just in case everybody doesn't know. Aw, I'm so privileged today. Hello, Mr. Hall. How are you?
You perfect timing. You sent that join link, and I'm ready to take a break because I just finished what you did. Yesterday, the day before, the final voiceover for the script. Yeah, for the collab.
Yeah.
So just
Well, now everybody knows who I did it for. I didn't tell anybody.
Oh,
you want me to? I didn't know how you were doing it, Jim. I was being respectful.
Oh no, that's fine. You can shout it out. It should. So all the voiceovers done now. And so it's me, B, and Dragnot. You guys know Dragnot?
Yeah,
Alfred
Dragnot's
Moons?
great.
Yeah, so it's the three of us. We're doing a little collab. It'll be out maybe by the middle of this week coming up. Be fun. What are you guys doing? What's up, Dr. Ben?
What's up? We're just doing a random stream.
Yeah.
We were bored.
Just, I'm bored. You're bored. Let's stream. We have an hour to kill before the shills are on. So we figured we'd start a stream, get everybody in here talking, and then we'll all go raid the shills about 5 or so minutes after they start.
I tell you what, I am learning so much. I just found out about Dr. Ben, that first time we were on together. And since then, you're popping up on my recommended feed, and I'm catching little bits in between whatever I'm doing. I've learned more about transgender and chromosomes just in the last week than I ever have in my life. It's crazy.
I love it. I love to hear
Well, in your defense, Jim, you were a Marine. You weren't a marine biologist.
Yes. You know what? I've got a doctor friend. He's an ER surgeon. He was an ER surgeon at Baylor. Now he's GP on his own. But,
Nice.
he respects me so much for, combat tours and whatever, retiring as a Marine. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Yeah. I mean, first off, medical degree, and there's some adversity in the military. It's not really comparable. Saving a life is exponentially harder than taking a life. Taking a life, you can train a monkey to do what I did. It's easy compared to actually saving a human being. That's that's honorable to me.
I agree. And when people say thank you for your service, I'm like, I didn't do shit. I was supply. I didn't do shit. I didn't save any lives. I didn't take any lives. I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit.
And I'm in military medicine, so I'm not I'm kind of military, but not really. Like I barely do any military anything.
That's right. You're reservist. We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like your background.
Oh, thanks.
Cool.
It's my 666 because it's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Atheism Day.
Yeah. Because they couldn't pray away the atheism, so we're still here.
Here we are.
You guys know why Christians moved the Sabbath from Friday night sundown? So basically Saturday, why they moved it from Saturday to Sunday?
I can't remember, Jim.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is the way I understand it is, first off, it was to give them a sense of identity. They had to change it up to make themselves different, because nowhere in the Bible says it has to be a certain day. It just has to be once per week at the end of whatever week, however you attribute it, right? Also,
Right.
the Romans did it around 300, around Constantine time, and there was Sol Invictus, and Mithra was still hanging around, and Baal was still being worshipped, and all these gods were being their holy day was Sundays for the most part. And to overshadow that, the Christians, they wanted to cast a big shadow on that, just like they do for every, like they did for Christmas and Easter and every other major holiday. There was already existing holidays there that they just overshadowed and stomped them out successfully.
Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Of course they would. When you challenge them, most of them, or hold on, I have a script. Hold on, let me read it. So on the first day,
exactly,
my pastor said to me, whatever.
That's hilarious.
Ridiculous.
So I thought of something today, and it's definitely more on like the philosophical.
So just like one thing, or
side.
I
only had one thought
of the
today.
day.
Only one thought today.
Oh, good. You're doing good. You're almost totally a guy now.
Yeah.
Can't wait till I lose all my thoughts and only think of tits and ass.
Oh,
but this is definitely on the more philosophical atheist side, but kind of I thought of this after because I called Skeptic Generation this morning to talk about COVID stuff and vaccine hesitancy. But I wonder, it came to me, the fact that like a lot of people that like rely on Pascal's wager, like to be theists, like they'll take that like weird fallacious argument to say that like they should believe in God because the alternatives suck or whatever, and then they won't take that same like gamble with a vaccine or like with COVID prevention. Right. Like it seems very incongruent that they're like are trying to use statistics for Pascal's wager, but then like they don't even use the same fallacious reasoning for COVID related issues.
Well, yeah, no, if you do that, then God's not going to save you and he's not real. So you just have to discount all science when it's convenient for you. So it goes along with what that guy has said, that other guy said, that the other guy said, that the other guy said for hundreds of years now.
Fallacious. That word sounds so dirty, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? I know. I automatically thought of fellatio or phallic. See, just a bunch of like 12-year-old boys. I swear to God, I'm like that all the time. The funny thing is, Jim, is that I used to have to like not say that shit. Now I'm like, oh, I can say it if I want now.
Do you feel it's sort of a free pass now?
Well, I'm just waiting for that white male privilege to kick in. That's what.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's why. That's why I'm doing this.
It's
really
delicious.
Yeah. I bet it is. And
I want to know what y'all hate me,
and I can defend myself. I'm ready.
What'd you say, Ben?
I want to know what y'all think about Pascal's wager and COVID.
Oh, well, with regard to COVID, I don't know. But whenever I hear Pascal, social media, wherever, I'm like, my instant response is, oh, we're going to Pascal this? What, are we in middle school again? This is a tiresome old argument. And I'm so, there's certain things that it's not that I won't talk about it. It's just that I've talked about it to death. And so I've written 2 books. And the first one is Most People Believe in God, Can They All Be Wrong? And in it, it's the 25 things that I'm tired of talking about. And I just wrote them down and I published them. So if you want to know what I think about it, go get that book. And Pascal's in there.
Nice.
See, the first time I learned about anyone by the name of Pascal, it was not in the context of philosophy and like that kind of stuff. Because whenever I think of Pascal, I think of pressure. So it's like I think of equations and physics. So
Regarding COVID, though, how do they use Pascal?
Well, I'm just saying, like if they would apply the same, because I noticed they don't apply the same reasoning to COVID.
Right.
So why don't they?
Yeah, it seems like they should, because I mean, if they're so prone to using it theologically, why not apply it to, if your odds are better of not dying by getting it. I think what it is, what it might be, a lot of times it's whatever the talking heads on Fox News or AON or Newsmax tell them to do. They're autonomous. They're like autonomous. What is the fucking word? I forget. They just do whatever they're told.
Yeah, they're automated.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, and right now the philosophy du jour among all of them is that libertarian streak. The government can't tell me what to do, but they make you wear seatbelts and they make you put shoes on when you go into 7-Eleven. And, and if you're going to be a libertarian, we can debate that. But if you only apply it to mask and you don't apply it to everything else you're doing, it's hypocritical. But yeah, they should be applying, if they're going to use Pascal for theology, they should be using it for social issues too. And it's undebatable that wearing a mask, well, no, it is debatable. Some people think the virus passes right through and masks do absolutely nothing. When we know, Ben, back me up now, the virus itself could pass through a mask, but it tends to attach itself to mucus globules, which do not generally pass through the mask. So it does prevent the transmission of the disease. I guess, I don't know. Double Pascal.
Yeah, no, you're right about that.
The position and the velocity. And Ox said, if butter toast falls butter side down and cats land on their feet, what happens if you butter the back of a cat and toss it out the window?
Yep, it's an anti-gravity machine.
It's going to land on its side doing this the whole time. Shit.
I love that.
Don't tread on me. Yeah.
Rowland.
Oh, there's Rowland too.
Rowland likes to call me Bensworth, and I actually really love that nickname. I think Bensworth. It's awesome.
Sounds very distinguished.
Right? I was like, I wish I named myself Bensworth.
I sent my brother a link too, but we only have like 45, 50 minutes left. So I don't know if that would be appropriate with getting him in here with all of us. It could be a long conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing though. He might not
because
be available.
I'm looking forward to the Shills topic tonight. Because I wasn't sure who they were debunking until I looked it up, and now I'm very intrigued.
Do tell.
It's like Nuance Now or something. But when I looked him up, it says something about how he denies the existence of women. So I'm like, all right, this could be interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have kids or sex?
No, he's some young guy. But yeah, which I guess this is a great topic.
Let me guess, right? He's a nerd who can't get laid, and now he's mad.
Probably. But I mean, it's a perfect topic for tonight. I guess it was intentional because it's the women's stream tonight, right? So it's
it is. It's all
yeah. So I'm excited to hear them talk about this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to confess something. You guys talk about the Shills all the time. Who runs that? I've never seen it. Is it a separate standalone channel? Is it someone's side project? What is this?
It's basically the same people on every week. Dick Dawson does the producing. Amy Hogan is his right-hand person. They do the pub chat on Friday night, silly shills on Saturday night, and then Sunday night they do the Uncalled For, and which is all women. And Dick produces it, and he runs the videos and stuff for him. So he's kind of in the background and doesn't say much. And then the women just kind of take over because, you get a bunch of intelligent guys and they don't know how to shut up.
But we talk about this channel all the time because B is a frequent flyer on that channel.
Yeah.
So that's why we talk about it.
I'm usually on at least Friday nights with them. I used to be on Sundays, and I said, you know, guys, I'm going to transition, so I don't think I should be in with the women anymore. And they said, okay. So,
Well, B, you do
Didn't
make.
feel right
I can't speak for all men, but
Yeah.
you do make a good point. Early on, when there was four, it was me, Courtney, and two other hosts that have gone to do their own thing now. But when it was the four of us, Courtney did mention early on 4 years ago when we started the show that the men hosts were hogging, they were sucking all the oxygen out of the room, and
they will.
I don't know if that's true generally, but it was happening on our show, and I was conscious to back off, let Courtney have equal time at least,
Yeah, her fourth, right? Her fourth of the
Mhm.
time, right?
Right.
No, and that's important too. It's, and I don't blame the guys for doing it. It's just how our society has. It's like subconscious. They don't even realize they're doing it. And then you get the overly conscious guys that will come up, and when the women go to speak, they don't say a word for like an hour. And you're like, dude, where are you? Like Ox does that. I'll bring him up here, and he's typing in the chat. I'm like, Ox, speak. Oh, you guys are talking. I'm good. What the fuck, dude? So it's like one way or the other, So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's good for them. I mean, basically the guys do have their own platform. There's women in there. The women don't talk a lot, on Friday and Saturday nights. So I think it's great that they do that.
There
So
might be a
women can-
neurochemical element to that, Ben. I don't know if that's your
I don't study a
field.
lot of psychology.
Yeah, as far as
It's a
like it
Shannon
might be
Key question.
it might be hormonal, somewhat hormonal. I think does testosterone in and of itself, is it the root of aggression? And I don't mean aggression negatively, just aggression can be a good thing, but is that the root?
It definitely is a confidence booster. And I've noticed that since I've started T, I've gotten a lot more confident in myself.
Oh
But I
God, I want to be a cocky bastard.
Yeah. But I definitely also think it's how we're raised, a lot of it, because like, I guess men are taught that their voice matters, and women are told basically their voice doesn't matter. So they just often have less confidence because they're like, well, I'm probably wrong. I'm probably overthinking it. I shouldn't speak up on it. And so they don't. So
you think it's more nurture than nature?
I think it's both. I think it's a
Yeah.
combination of both.
Huh.
But
Yeah,
more
now women
so, I
do
think
produce-
it's more so nurture than nature.
Women do produce testosterone naturally also, but in lesser degrees.
Yeah, so
And-
men
and I know
produce
many
estrogen,
women-
right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I know some women that are way overconfident also, and there's a couple atheist YouTubers I could think of that are a little overconfident, a little too, their self-esteem is maybe higher than it should be even. And
So
males
a
and females.
guy or
So I
a
don't,
woman?
some females. So that is
Oh, I see.
definitely,
I know both.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely both for sure. The males go without saying, but I think being a YouTuber in general attracts people who have a high level of confidence to begin with.
Definitely. I mean, you have to in order to put yourself out there for all the people to ridicule. Like, you got to have some kind of self-confidence to even be on any of these platforms. But
And
I
alligator
think it's a
skin.
combination of multiple factors.
Do you see that? Women should be obscene and not heard. That's so messed up.
Obscene and not heard. Oh, JR.
Pun.
You old bastard.
Oh, Ox asking me what's a safe number of monster drinks to have in one day. Probably one is this. Well, zero's the safest answer. But like, if you're gonna have any at all, one's probably enough. I tried. Okay, there was one day last year, like when I was
At
studying for
band
the medical.
camp?
No, when I was studying for
Sorry.
the medical boards, I drank 2 in one day, and I was manic. Like, I had an actual manic episode, and I've never had like I've been hyper before, but like, we're talking actual mania. It was bad.
Yeah, that's called way too much. You're like caffeine overdosing like that.
Yeah. So even on a really bad day, 1.5 is like the max for me.
Right. I can dig it.
But Yeah.
It's really just about caffeine, right, Ben? I mean, everything else they hype up all the other ingredients,
Well,
and everything starts with L-lysine or L-taurine. Those are just amino acids. Those really don't.
Yeah, I mean that there's
Actually
niacin,
good for your
which
muscles.
does it. Niacin's a stimulant. B12 can be a
B6
stimulant.
is niacin, right? And B12.
B3 is niacin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does.
There's B6 in it too.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
What's the one that if you overdose on it, you get it like a sunburn, you feel flushed?
That's
Is that
niacin.
B6?
that's niacin.
That's niacin.
Anybody ever done a niacin flush here?
Oh, dude.
Flushing out your system for a job interview that you didn't expect to come up?
Well,
done
not
it.
for that, but yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I drank so much water. I did it it was horrible, dude. Like my skin felt like there was little fucking ants going everywhere, just not biting me hard, just little tiny bites all over. Like it's making me itch thinking about it.
It's a
I had
weird
like,
feeling.
it felt like I had like this heat rash all over my body with the little ants. And I was just sweating profusely. It was fucking horrible. I do not recommend anybody to do that to your body. Now that I know more about it, it's really fucking stupid. But I passed the fucking piss test. So
Oh, it worked.
Someone in the chat's asking for a link, B.
who is? Oh, yeah, buddy. I got you.
In Iraq, I don't know
Big
if
Khalil.
the U.S. military had a sponsorship deal with 5 Hour Energy, but for some reason we would get crates and crates of 5 Hour Energy. And Rip It, I don't know if you know Rip It.
Rip It.
Rip It's like monsters. So I mean, we
It's
were
like the
just
dollar
constantly
store
geeked up.
monsters.
It's not good when you're in condition one weapon and you were about to go outside the wire and you're geeked up on 11,000 international units of B12. I don't know what they were thinking.
That's so bad.
Woo!
And especially Marines. When you got Marines who are already kind of hyper by default. Like,
It's a recipe for disaster.
yeah.
Hold on, Khalil. I'm trying to find your ass. Oh, there you are. Jesus. Buried down in the bottom of my DMs. You know, I never saw myself as popular until I tried to find somebody in my DMs. And then I'm like, fuck, where are they? Pages. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, if I drink caffeinated anything, I drink half calf, by the way, and decaf usually in the evenings. If I drink full caffeine of anything, like I could drink one big cup of like 16-ounce coffee, and I'm just like, let's get this shit done. And then about 45 minutes later, after it hits 30 to 45, I'm like, I don't feel good. And then I'm like, I need to eat.
Yeah, I drink
I'm
coffee
done.
by the pot.
That's it. Oh, I love coffee. I absolutely love it, but I drink half calf. It's just the
I
full
don't
caffeine
drink
is
half
too
calf.
much at once. But I also don't like sit and drink a whole cup in the morning. You know, I
Yeah.
sip it throughout the day, and I'll have like this cup, this is a 24-ounce. I have this and a 16-ounce I take to work with me. And when I go home, I still have like this much left in the bottom of one of my cups, you know.
I have
So
a
I'm not like
dependence
chugging it or
problem.
anything. I just use it throughout the day to keep me like steady blood sugar and caffeine wise, and I'm good all day. I don't even have to eat all day.
I do want to say something to the chat really quick. For anyone in the chat, if you have a Twitch account as well, go open the Twitch and type something in the chat.
Yeah, leave it
hang out.
running.
We're trying to get B monetized on Twitch, so if you can
Yes,
do
please.
that, please go do it.
Yes, please.
Is it?
Thank you,
I don't do Twitch. Is that something I should be doing? B, is it
First-
same as you? Is it the same as YouTube? Like you got to get 1,000 subs to
No,
get
that-
monetized?
it's so
algorithm's
much easier.
Way nicer.
Oh, really?
It's like 50 subs, right?
Oh, wow.
It's 50 followers.
50 followers. Okay, 50
And you have
followers.
a certain amount of watch time and some
Right.
other stuff, but it's
And you
it's
have
really
to have
easy.
2 people viewing each stream. 2.
Yeah.
That's it. So what I do is every time, because Ben was like, you should stream to Twitch, and I'm like, I don't know, Twitch is in it for like gamers. He's like, nah, stream to Twitch. So I already had a Twitch account, and I just linked it to my Google shit, and when I stream, I just click on both and go, and it automatically streams to my Twitch. I don't have to.
And
do
you
anything.
have the StreamYard premium account, so you can broadcast to multiple platforms at the same time.
Yeah, it's like $25 a month. I mean, whatever, it's worth it.
For a retiree on a fixed income, I have to watch recurring payments though. I might just stick to YouTube.
Well,
and is
what
the payout the same
you-
for Twitch? Does it make the same amount of money, or do they
You
take
I
a
have to
huge
look
cut?
at how much they take out.
You
I
can
have
pay
to go
month
back
to
and actually
month,
look at
Jim.
that.
It's like
Yeah.
$25 per month, but if you set it up for like a year, it's like $21.99 or
So
whatever.
Okay.
how Twitch works with
Pretty sure you
payment.
can.
So because you get ads, but then you can also people can subscribe to you, so they pay like a certain amount of money to subscribe to your channel, and that gets them. It takes the ads off for them. Sometimes if you wanted to do a subscriber only chat where only they can type, like then it would force them to buy the membership. And then my chat gets certain emotes that they unlock if they subscribe. So like you can give them different rewards for subscribing, but like people will pay and they'll gift subs to other people, and that like most of that money goes to you. Twitch only takes a little bit out of it. But
The biggest scam is YouTube super chats. Google YouTube takes 30% of it, all those. I didn't
yeah,
know
I can
that
look
until
at
recently.
how much Twitch actually takes, but it's not
Yeah, no,
much.
YouTube takes a big hunk. Oh, there
Yeah,
I
I
am.
don't think Twitch doesn't take that much.
YouTube doesn't pay out until you hit a certain threshold too. So you might go months. If you're not getting a lot of views, you might go months before you even get a payout.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the same name, you guys. It's just all in one and all small. Look up that on Twitch.
But yeah,
You
like
will
the
find-
fact that
you will
people pay
find
for
him.
subs, like that's the big difference, I think. Like that's most of where my income is coming from.
Yeah, it's subscriptions, not followers. You can have followers, but that don't pay.
Yeah, followers don't pay you money, but the subscribers pay you money.
It's kind of
Okay.
like like a
And
Patreon
yeah, you
kind of
renew
deal.
like every month if they want to keep subscribing to you. So it's kind of forces you to like be really active on your Twitch, because you're like, if people are paying for like per month to watch me, then I got to provide them with content that they're gonna want to see, and like
It
provide
was
them
right
certain
before you walked
rewards
in.
that they want to keep subbing
Did you
for.
go into your call?
Rugburns07. Yeah, I'm laughing, UHS. Rugburns, huh? I've gotten them before. Mine are always on my knees though, because never mind. Anyways, the point is,
I caught the ass end of that on your knees. Damn
oh,
it.
never mind.
Oh my!
Nobody needed to
goodness.
catch any of that. I just like talking shit sometimes.
Wow, Khalil, this is the first time I've been on the same show as him since he made his transition.
Yeah, I think his wife just.
Hey, what's going on?
There
What's
he
up,
is.
my man?
What's up, buddy?
How's everybody doing?
Oh my gosh, how much flack? Have you been able to weather the storm? How much the flack you're catching from big names wanting to debate
it's
you
died
as soon as
down.
you
It's
switched
died
over?
down.
It's died down.
It's died down, but see, I've gotten a new nickname within
What's
my circle now. Scrappy Doo. I'm the brand new Muslim who will literally debate anybody on almost any topic. I'll just let's do it.
You know what I like about you, though? You'll get
on-
these guys on that have been Muslim like their whole life. And
Mhm.
when they start talking, you shut up and listen. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Because
Absolutely.
you know what your limitations are.
Mhm.
And that I commend you for that, sir.
If you're going to
Because some
debate a
people don't know
topic,
how to
you
do
might
that.
want to be extremely comfortable on it. And
Yeah.
I'll debate anybody on anything really, but I will set it for like a month out or like 2 weeks out, and I will spend that time just diving into the information, just really, really getting a good idea what I'm doing. Like, for example, on the 27th, I got Apostate Prophet coming on, and I'm having a conversation with him. And a lot of Muslims won't even sit down with the guy because he's ex-Muslim. He is out for blood when it comes to Islam.
Wow.
That's commendable that you'll platform the opposing viewpoints. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Platform
But-
him.
Well, he's
You-
always done that.
When he
Matt
converted,
Dillahunty, I'm going to have another discussion with him,
Oh,
with me as a
the-
Muslim now.
wait, what?
Yeah. Matt Dillahunty on a video said that I was unequipped for a philosophical conversation with him. So
Okay,
I said, let's
All right.
schedule something.
awesome.
I agree,
When,
HS.
when you first converted, boy, the entire atheist community, just tops of heads were exploding. I mean, you were the only thing people were talking about there for a while.
Yeah, I'm glad it died down. I don't like being the center
Moo.
of attention like that. So
Thank
I don't
you.
do too
Yes.
much with my TikTok account because I feel just like a narcissist when I'm just sitting there staring at the screen, just talking to myself and not actually conversing with other people. Like, I like there to be somebody else that's there while people are viewing me talking to somebody rather than me just being blah, 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 blah. This is what I think and this is my opinion. And y'all should follow me so you can listen to me talk to myself even more. Like, no, let's have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, that's how I don't. That's why I don't do content like that. I can't. You know, I don't want to sit there and talk by myself. I like discussing things and getting other points of view and understanding someone else. Well, this guy grew up like this, so his point of view is like this. Oh, well, that makes sense. Hadn't thought of that. I didn't grow up like that. You know, kind of thing. I like the back and forth. So yeah. And by the way, Ox is right. Actually, Twitch has less of a lag than YouTube, and it's like a half a second versus 5 or 6 or whatever YouTube is. So it is less laggy.
I haven't started streaming at Twitch yet. I already have it all set up and ready to go. I don't know. I've just been too lazy to start streaming there.
All you have to
Super
do is just
easy.
add it into your StreamYards, man. That's
Yeah.
what I did.
I think I already have it there.
Just
both
click
at the same time.
Yeah,
Super
when you
easy.
start, just click both buttons, like literally.
Now, isn't it like 50 followers and you can monetize?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much watch time and at least 2
Man.
views per video.
Yeah, I've
That's
been
a lot better than
monetized on Twitch
1,000
for a
on
little bit.
YouTube. Like, shit.
Right? I know. I'm
That's-
hanging
I'm
around
not monetized on
500 for a
YouTube
hot
yet.
minute now.
What are you at, Ben?
On YouTube, I'm at 224.
Oh, I thought you were
Severely
close.
undersubscribed is what Ben is.
Yes.
What's the
yes.
channel? I'll help you out.
Student Dr. Ben.
Student
It's
Dr.
literally-
Ben.
Student Dr.
Mm,
Ben.
that's
What is your
yeah.
content?
I
Medical?
talk about biology and medicine, especially about transgender issues, that kind of stuff.
If you
I've also
ever
started-
want a Muslim to come on and help you out with that, I'm actually on your side.
Okay, I mean, I'd be interested to talk.
Student.
Well,
Dr.
there you
Ben,
go.
all right.
I've also been debunking Ken Ham.
Oh, that's not hard to do, though.
Oh, it's absolutely not. But I felt like I needed to actually make some atheist content if I'm going to be an atheist YouTuber. So I'm like, okay, Ken Ham, coming for you.
Debunking Ken Ham is probably easier than watching ice cream melt. Like
Probably.
it has to be.
Probably.
Yeah.
Harmonica said he's a multi-pizzist.
You know who else who else I've gone after? He was doing a live show and I went on his show. Skype called him on the live show and challenged him to a formal debate. Was Sam Shamoon. Have you guys heard of Sam Shamoon?
No clue.
No.
Oh my gosh! So he's like one of David Wood's best friends. Do you know who David Wood is?
No clue.
Oh, you know what? I'm really glad you guys have never heard of these jokers. David Wood is a Christian apologist who actually debated Matt Dillahunty, I think, before. And David Wood is he's legitimately a psychopath. Like he uses it as argumentation in his debates. He actually got out of prison a few years ago because he actually almost beat his dad to death, like beat him to a pulp. He was at the brink of dying with a hammer, just was caving his face in with a hammer, and uses it to be like, this is what I was before I was a Christian. And now I'm a Christian and I don't do that anymore.
Right.
I hate that.
Crazy justification.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I hate to do this. I just popped in anyway. I just finished my portion of the script, so I'm going to start working on the actual editing part. So I'm excited. So B
Cool.
and Dragnot and myself, we're doing a collab, and I'm going to get back to working on that. But it was fun just popping in and saying hi to you guys.
I appreciate you, buddy. I'm glad you stopped by. It was nice
All
seeing
right, take care,
Yeah.
y'all.
See you later,
you. All
Jim.
right, bye. A good dude. Yeah, he was asking for good female speaking voices for some project he's doing.
Yeah.
And I said, I'd help you with that, but I think my voice is too deep. You probably wouldn't be able to distinguish it. You probably want something, a lot more feminine. And then he messaged me on the side and said, oh, hey, I have the perfect part for you. You want to do it? And I was like, sure. I've never done voiceovers before. I'll do it. So it took me, I read each section twice, and then it took me 8 takes, 3 takes, and 1. Or no, 2 on the last one. I was pretty impressed by that. I mean, there's like Hebrew words and Greek words in there, and it's biblical stuff. Yeah. So some of it I had to go look up. I was like, how the fuck do you say that?
I feel your pain.
Cyrenaica. I had to say it to myself 10 times so I wouldn't tongue twist. Cyrenaica.
As a Muslim, I'm learning more and more Arabic, so I definitely feel your pain.
Oh yeah, there's some tongue twisted shit in there. And I had to do like Jonas versus Yonah.
Yonah, yeah. Yonah, Jonas. There's a lot of Hebrew words that are
Jonas,
a lot like,
for anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah. Jonas. You have a Yusuf, is Joseph. You have Ibrahim, which
is
actually, but you know who else is Abraham? Same thing, Khalilullah.
Really?
Yep, that's Abraham. Friend of God.
Friend of God.
Yeah,
interesting.
That's it. What else do you have? You have Yahya.
Easy for you to say, buddy.
Zachariah is Zachariah.
If I was religious, I would have said bless you.
Yeah. Isa is Jesus.
Oh, okay.
There's tons of other ones. Yeah. But
Theo said, now you have a problem. They're discussing pineapple pizza in the chat. He said, now you have a problem with the ham, not the pineapple.
Oh, man, that made my week.
Pineapple is now allowed. Go take that fucking ham out of there, man. Oh, I fucking love it.
Theo cracks me up.
Clint. Yeah, I remember you, Clint. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. Welcome.
Oh, man.
That's good shit. Man, I love my fucking chat. They are just the funniest fucking witty ass people. And then if you say something stupid, they will fucking call you out so fast. And I like it because I'm like, oh shit, really, man?
Check yourself.
I read that wrong. My bad. I just admit it. Like, I'm not gonna challenge them. I know they're smarter than me. The ham is no problem according to St. Peter.
Yeah.
I love me some damn bacon.
Bacon really wasn't my thing even when I wasn't Muslim.
Oh, well, that's good because I would be like weeping right now if I could.
But you know what was my thing when I wasn't Muslim? LSD. And now that I can't, I mean, it's not part of my life anymore. Like, that's what I miss, not the bacon, the acid. That's what I miss.
Back when I was with one of my exes, we rolled like 3 times. And man, I'm going to tell you, that is the best sex you'll ever have. Don't ever do it because then you'll be ruined for regular sex.
Yeah.
Don't have sex when you're rolling. It's my suggestion. Don't do it.
Well, yeah, it's
everything feels so fucking good that then you're going to want to roll again so you can get that because you can't get it unless you're fucking high on MDMA.
Oh, so MDMA. No, I've never done MDMA. I was thinking about before I became Muslim, I was thinking about doing DMT. I was scared too as an atheist because you get so many stories about meeting these deities and meeting these gods, and I was like, what if it turns me religious? Like, maybe I shouldn't do it.
Fuck that shit, man.
Well, I'm gonna have to appeal to a personal experience. If I appeal to a personal experience, I'll be so embarrassed.
Same, holy spackle, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
wow. Did you see Ox panel members need to stay at the side chat unless we summon you?
You know what? Fuck off, you little bull-headed damn bovine motherfucker.
Ox, put yourself in a 300-second timeout.
Yeah, time yourself out. 300. Yeah. Who chose 300 seconds anyways? Where'd that come from?
God.
Why didn't they just say 5 minutes?
It was God. God did it. No, I was in so there's this new app that I've been using for people who like to have voice interactions, like voice conversations like myself. Everybody's like, why don't you go and do written debates on Facebook? And I was like, why? Like, What takes me
Fuck
10 minutes
that.
to write out, I could say in 30 seconds right here for you right now.
Yeah.
So why
exactly.
am I going to do that? So I like
So
talking
you type
to
like
people.
I do. I get it.
I don't type. That's like,
That's
I think
what I'm
in the
saying.
private chat, hello, that's probably the most I've typed in like 3 weeks. but yeah, I'm using this new app. It's called Clubhouse. And,
All right.
and if you go on there and if you have a lot of information like Dr. Ben, if you have a lot of information that you want to get out there and have conversations with people, especially whether it's an echo chamber you're looking for or if it's people who disagree with you that you're looking for. Clubhouse is a voice app, kind of like the Facebook rooms that we're in. Like I make groups and we have Hindus and atheists and Christians and Muslims all join a room and we can fit like 15 people up in there. But it's a space to where you can become a speaker. You can make people moderators. And then other people, there's like a stage to where there's the speakers and then there's people listening down below. And the people can raise their hand if they want to join the stage. And the moderators can bring them up in the stage or move them back down if they're not behaving. And like you could have conversations about like
so kind of like Google Meets, but without the video.
Yeah, you could have a conversation about like the Moderna vaccine, where it doesn't alter DNA. Like I'm looking on your channel right now, and you could have those types of conversations. And it's actually really helped with my YouTube channel. I think over the last week or so, I've gained probably 300 or 400 subs just from having that app.
No shit. It's called what again?
Oh, okay.
It's called Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, you can always jump in and watch me debunking Christianity because I love doing that.
Got another app.
Never get tired debunking Christianity.
Yeah, I do it in a way to where I don't make an argument. I simply just ask questions and let the Christian build their own argument that is literally a square circle. Mm-hmm. Like the incarnation is a body and a human body and human soul sufficient to call something a human person. Well, yeah, okay. All right. Should you not be a heretic or have incoherent beliefs? Well, yeah. Okay. What does it take to be God? Well, the omni properties. Okay, cool. Was Jesus a divine person in eternity past? Yes. Did he take on a human body and human soul? Yes. Okay, it seems like a divine person took on a human person. Now Jesus is two persons. How do you solve that? Now you got 4 persons in the Trinity.
Not only that, but if you ask my brother, as you know, Khalil, because you guys have had long conversations.
Yep.
What was I going to say? Fuck. See,
talking about the Trinity and your brother and what he would say. He probably would say that's the doctrine of Christianity that's screwing things up, and it's really
we all know he would say that
because this giant comet that's on its way to Earth is gonna do something. He's gonna come in. I'm summoning him.
You want to hear something funny? So I messaged him this morning. I'm like, hey, my plans are canceled for today. What are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'll be around the shop. So I go over there and I walk downstairs, say hi, and mess with his computer. He was having some issues. I figured that out because of Dave, Critical Cripple, because I had the same problem. So I was like, no, this is what you do. And it worked. But anyways, so he's like, let's go to the store. I'm like, cool. So we're driving along and, we're talking and everything. And I said to him, so what did you think about that? What I told you about that, what NASA's making. So NASA is currently, they have this hush hush thing going on. Only I have a friend I'm a friend of somebody whose friend is on the project. So I don't know the person personally. But they are creating a giant space weapon for asteroids that may come too close to us. And here comes the K2 Panstar.
Yeah.
So I
2017 K2 Panstar.
So I said to my brother, I said, because we were talking about like the future, and I was actually talking about Dr. Ben's idea of getting a mobile medical unit together and primarily running off of donations and go around to small communities and help people. And I was like, dude, I'll help you with that. Totally. My brother can build it out and all this shit, So, anyway, so, we got on to, God, I gotta look at the chat. I'm so fucking ADD. I swear to fucking God right now. I don't think I'm high enough.
The side chat.
I know. I was looking at it. It fucks me up every time. I can't look at the side chat. Anyways, so I said, we were talking about the future. And I said, well, unless what you predict is true. He goes, well, I'm going to tell you what, if that K2 pan star splits off into like 5 or 6 pieces.
6.
It's 6 pieces.
Yeah,
Okay.
6, yeah.
6 pieces, then shit's going to hit the fan. And I said, really? What about that weapon I was telling you about that they're in a very huge rush to create right now? And I said, do you think maybe they're worried about the Pan Star? He goes, they should be worried about the Pan Star. It's going to pierce our solar system twice. I said, right, exactly. And he goes, oh, and looks at me, he goes, what if they fucking shoot it and it splits up in 6 pieces? And I said, what if we're the cause of the whole thing?
Oh man, see,
does that not make your mind do a little like what? Like it makes you twitch, doesn't it?
B, I don't know if you were there or you understand, but about a month to 2 months before I became a Muslim, I was this close to becoming a Madsonite.
I know you were
this close. So that's
because he and I were actually
scary.
discussing you, and he said, "Dude, Khalil gets it," and I was like, "Really? Like,
I mean, I do get it."
And he's only said that about like 3 people, and you're one of them, besides me. But he said he gets it, man. And I was like more than I get it. And he goes, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, that's deep." Because I'm one of the people that understands. I just don't agree with it, but I understand it.
Yeah, no,
it's a brain reprogram. You have to take all the shit you learn and go, no, I'm not going to listen to you right now. This isn't indoctrinated Christianity religion. Let me leave that behind. And let's go with this now. Don't think about that. You can use it as a reference so you can go, holy shit. Oh, by the way, he's writing the Bible now. You know that, Khalil?
No, I didn't.
He's rewriting the Bible into translated back into Hebrew into the actual words. It doesn't say anything close to the same thing.
I can't wait.
Not even close.
I can't wait. I'm
like all the begats.
Yeah.
It's childbearing daughter and building block son. So she can have the babies, and together he's a building block. She does babies. Together they are a family. That's what all the begats are. Basically.
Wow.
I know.
I'm still interested
all
in
the
talking
names
to him right
go
now.
right back to that.
I just don't have enough time to dive
blows
back
my
into
mind.
what he was talking about. Like, I'm still going through his paper that he sent me on David and Goliath. Like, Dr. Ben, I don't know if you have ever heard like Richard's rendition of the story of David and Goliath before.
He hasn't. He has never delved
I've
into
only
that with
just
my
barely met Richard.
Oh my gosh.
But my thought process right now is very much in line with Marie's in the Twitch chat. Those are my vibes.
Getting
right
a
now.
beer. Here, I'll give you a real, like, super quick, very, very basic, so basic a 5-year-old can understand it. Synopsis. Basically, what he said the Bible says, according to when he translates it back to ancient Hebrew, what the words mean. So there are different, the different planets around us are made up of different things. And they all have like one element that they're more of or most of or almost all of or whatever, right? Some of them have 2, whatever. So if you look at all of the armor and the helmet and everything and the different metals they talk about, it lines up with the planets in the same number and the same elements.
I mean, sure.
It just does, man.
So
I mean, like I said, I don't
and
believe all this God shit.
But like, it's fine that lines
some of
up,
the
but I don't
science
think that
stuff
means
that he's finding in the Bible fucking blows my mind.
So
that's what blows my mind about it.
He may be upset with me when I say this, but I've said this before. He didn't really get upset with me. I find him, and a lot of people have also called him an atheist. Because the rendition that he gets from reading of the Bible is a purely materialistic, purely naturalistic story. Of the story of Adam was basically Adam means red face in its original language.
Right.
So this other species in some other part of the universe was creating hominoids like Cro-Magnon man and things like that as slaves to do their dirty work. And they ended up messing up and creating this one thing called Adam. He was red-faced because he was the first thing that was rational, that could feel, that had feelings and emotions. And, you know, when humans get anxious,
what
or
he's
angry,
rewriting right now, it says he's an emotional something.
Yeah. So Adam is literally like the first one that sees what these other things are doing. And these other things are Pharaoh from Exodus. Pharaoh is Satan. So Satan or Pharaoh is this other species enslaving us to do their dirty work. So he gets some of his people together, right? And he gets on this spaceship and he escapes in the spaceship and then finds this one planet and terraforms the planet. And we're in Genesis right now. We just jumped from Exodus to Genesis.
What?
And now he's terraforming the planet. And that's why we find certain fossils on this planet, because there's a total of 24 elders, which means that each elder is a Jesus. There was 23.
There's been other Earths.
Yeah, 23 previous Earths to ours with Jesuses and Bibles. Now, in Revelations, it states that there will be a place for you at the right hand, at the right seat of my throne, as my Father did for me, for the one who overcomes. So there's a human that's going to overcome sin, that's going to become the next Jesus, to where the Jesus gets promoted to the Father. Then when that
By
Jesus
the way,
becomes the Father,
in this reading, Jesus hasn't even been around yet.
Can I say what I think about this?
Sure.
This sounds like
Mormonism,
Scientology, and spirit science all had a baby.
Probably.
And this is what we get.
I don't know.
I've heard people say that.
Here's the
all
thing,
the
though.
time.
My brother had no influence by any. We were raised Catholic. He was molested by the time he was like 12 or 14. Quit going. I don't remember when. It's almost molested by the priest.
It doesn't matter. A lot of this.
No. Wait a minute. He quit
stretch.
going to church. He never read anything until he found this new shit. He's never picked up a Bible. He's told everybody they're stupid for being religious. You're just fucking chasing,
Here's a good question.
So it's not like he's came from. My point is, he's not came from. He doesn't have something preset.
I'm not saying that he was, but it's just
no.
Like,
I'm just letting you know.
This is.
It's out there. It's
very out there.
Oh yeah, everybody thinks he's crazy. That's what I told somebody.
I
said about their
brilliant.
sibling. I said, at least everybody doesn't think your brother's crazy. That's why I said that. Everybody thinks my brother's crazy.
Here's a question, Dr. Ben. Is there a cure for flat-footedness?
Cure is a weird word to use. Therapies, potentially.
Therapies that eventually make you no longer flat-footed.
Not that I know of, but I'm.
Apparently, after some of this stuff went down, he used to be flat-footed, and he is now no longer flat-footed. And he attributes that
an anecdote that needs evidence.
Well, his sister's
here.
right
I can tell you evidence. Oh, I'm transitioning, by the way, Khalil. You don't know yet.
Oh, sorry about that.
Him, please. No, it's
but
fine.
Either way, like it's something that just
he
because
was like
I don't
flat-footed, and he told me this, and I was like, whatever, dude. And it's wintertime, right? We both have regular shoes on, and so we went down to the shop, and I was like, show me. I didn't fucking believe him. I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not a lemming. I said, show me. He goes, you want to see? And I said, yeah. He's got fucking arches. He never had arches before.
Fine.
He's never been through any kind of therapy, surgery, nothing. He hasn't seen a doctor probably since he left the army in like 90s.
So you actually have 2002. You have experience of Richard being both flat-footed in a state of affairs and then a state of affairs to where he was no longer flat-footed, and he never went through any type of process to get that.
I can tell you, I have seen his feet. There's not a scar, nothing.
Okay, that doesn't mean that we have to go to some weird conclusion.
No,
though.
no, you
That
don't,
It just
but
means
it
that
does-
we don't have an answer. It just means that we
Some
don't have an answer.
shit is weird
Yeah.
going on around him. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. He calls it God. I don't know what the fuck it is.
He
But
doesn't
this
believe that
motherfucker
God is a
has-
being. Let's
he
make
is
that
like-
clear too.
Seen a picture in his head and walked across the road and over a little hill, and there's witnesses to this, and picked up a street sweeper cleaner wire that came off the street sweeper because his buddy had a pipe and needed to clean it out.
Oh.
And he walked back over and handed it to the guy. And both of them were like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, same color and everything I saw in my head.
We got to go over to the shills.
Just
We're out
crazy
of time.
shit, man. We
Yeah.
get about 5 minutes. We have about 5 minutes. But
Okay.
anyways, I don't know. I'm not saying I believe him because I fucking don't. I'm not, and he knows that.
Yeah,
8 to 10% of
here's-
what he says makes me think, because it's science. It's not just a story out of the Bible. It is related to science,
Yeah,
and it
and
makes
he
sense
doesn't-
with the science.
he doesn't
That's
believe
why
in
it's
a
hard
he
for me.
doesn't believe in a legit like deity God. He believes that
No.
God is a set of ideals by which we abide by and live by, and the word worship or pray means to take these ideals in the highest regard.
Yes.
Which is fine, and I'm not. I don't.
He's an
think-
atheist.
Like I obviously like he is very.
Well, that's why
intelligent.
all the Christians call him a
I'm not gonna
heretic.
doubt him there. Like he sounds incredibly intelligent, but also
I know it could be
There's a
coincidence. I
lot.
know.
there's a
I
lot
know.
there, and there's a lot that like just explanation isn't really enough for.
Dr.
No, I know.
Ben,
There's a lot of logical
we have a
problems.
scratch off ticket and we have a quarter. And the information that B and myself gave you, we haven't even started scraping at the scratch off ticket.
No, we haven't. Dude,
Not
it's a
even
huge
close.
conversation. It's
I've
a huge.
spent
it's
at
huge.
least 10 hours with this with Richard, talking to this guy about what he believes and
Math
diving
Pig's-
into it, the nuances. Oh my gosh.
Math Pig spent 2 or 3 days. What was it? 2-3 days a week for like 9 months with him, going over David and Goliath and what else? They go over Enoch and something else.
You can go over Enoch. I actually hold one of his views as a Muslim. As a Muslim, I hold one of his views, and that's the fact that the Sabbath has not happened yet. Because if you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about this,
That's
that
about
the Sabbath,
that's about
the
the one thing he
Sabbath
said
is
that
the
made
day
sense
that God rested. Now, I don't believe
Exactly.
that God needs to rest in the sense of, woo, all right, I'm going to sit back and have a cup of lemonade. Well, not
Right.
in that sense, but if God rests after his creation and answering prayers and working with his creation, perfecting his creation is part of his work, he's still doing that today, apparently. He's answering prayers and performing miracles and things like that. If that's the case, God has not rested yet, which means the Sabbath has not happened yet, which makes more sense to state that after, the end of the world and everything, and everybody that's supposed to be in heaven's in heaven and everybody that's supposed to be in hell is in hell, man has been perfected to the point to where those who are compatible with God are with God and those who aren't. And that's when he can rest. That would be the end. That's the rest day. And it says even in the Bible that Sabbath was not for God, it was for man. So we basically just take every Sunday and celebrate the Sabbath as more of a prophetic celebration.
And with that note, I just put that link in right there. Everybody grab that. Let's go over to the shills and raid the shit out of them. And
What's the shills?
Huh?
What's the shills?
Oh, they're a group of people who talk about stupidity and debunk it and discuss
Go
it.
find
and
out.
not just dogging them out, but actually going into like the science and stuff that makes it bullshit. So it's pretty
okay.
good.
Do
with,
they invite
with humor?
Do they invite theists on?
Yeah,
Probably.
they have a
Probably.
Buddhist on there or something, or
Alhamdulillah.
she's she's Jewish. They have a Jewish chick on there, and I think
Okay,
one that's
cool.
maybe
I'll check it out.
but check it out and let me know if you ever want to talk to any of them. They'll probably let you on. They're
I'll
they're
debate
pretty
anybody.
game.
That's
They're
cool.
they're pretty cool.
All right.
So-
I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
All
we're
right,
gonna head
bye,
over.
buddy. All right, everybody, gonna end this. I'll see you guys all over there. If you're not coming over, have a great night. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another, and have some peace in your life.